This is Kate McCabe.
This is Sean Mason.
And we are talking about the joys of sketch and improv comedy.
Yes, we are. I'm from ComedySportz, Manchester's premier
elite
improv team.
And assassination outfit.
Well, we try not to advertise that too much.
I've blown it now. I am representing the Tourists, a Manchester-based sketch show, and also spoilers, basically, for assassination outfits.
Kate, you've dabbled in both sketch and improv.
That is correct.
Which one do you prefer?
That is so difficult because every time I think about eliminating something from my schedule, I think I would really miss that. The easy answer is there's aspects to both that are rewarding, but I think improv is infinitely useful in just an exercise in itself, but also in sketch writing. So improv might actually edge out sketch, but sketch benefits from good improv. So there you go.
Well,
yeah.
Yes, it's good that you're representing a sketch.
I know. But see, let's start over.
for me, because I've done a few sketches. I love doing improv, but there's one thing I love and hate equally about improv is once you've done something, you don't necessarily ever see or hear of that thing again.
That is definitely the advantage of sketch. We did a really short run in Edinburgh this past year, and it really was fun for 2.5 weeks to be able to celebrate the material we created time and time again. And it is with improv, the magic is in the moment, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
But with sketch, we got the joy and the pain. The joy of the good sketches getting the positive reactions, and then also the pain of having to day in, day out do the ones that weren't getting any love.
Yes. Whereas we can just happily pretend it never happened and just move on.
Absolutely. Now, how long have you been improvising?
I have been improvising for 5 years.
Long time.
It is a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I've been making stuff up for my entire life, and I'm just...
That's right. It was a trick question.
Yeah,
the right answer is your whole life.
My whole life. I've just been making it up, and I've got here, which is a very happy place to be. How long have you been doing sketch?
I was in a sketch group at university, so I'm going to count that. So I did 2 years of sketch at uni, and then it was really only since moving over here to the UK, so there was a huge gap there. So 2 years at university, then a giant gap, and then I've been with this sketch group in different formations. We've had different names for about 4 years, I reckon. So 4 years under different names and mutations.
So of course you're not from our borders. You are
from North America.
From the
New World.
And how would you say British and American sketch is different?
Weirdly, I think it's mostly about what the influences are, because I do think the big question of British versus American humor is overanalyzed. I actually think we laugh at quite a lot of the same stuff, but that our influences are much more varied between British and American. Obviously, the British humorists are often inspired by successful sketch troupes like Monty Python, whereas America, it's all about Saturday Night Live. It's weird, in the group, we all write really differently, and then we all get represented in the final product. So I write sketches that are very parody-based and satire-based. Once in a blue moon, it'll be out of a big character choice, but it's normally stuff that is like definitely making fun of either something or an aspect.
Which is very Saturday Night Live.
Exactly. And then there's members of the group like Tony who write very surreal sketches, and they're just really out there. Maggie writes very situational-based comedy, and then Rowan is sort of the oddball out. What he comes up with is going to be kind of a mixture of them all. So it's nice to have a variation.
So the Tourists is a very varied sketch group.
That is true, and I am the only American, so I am often left to play police ladies and idiots. so
you're typecast.
Yeah, typecast. Now, how often, because I think with ComedySportz,
yes.
you guys seem to have gigs here, there, and everywhere. Now, how often is the troupe in one permutation or another gigging?
We are gigging more or less every weekend. I think there's maybe one weekend every odd month that we get off.
Okay.
Because we don't just do ComedySportz, which is our family-friendly improv show. Family-friendly just means we don't swear. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. And we also have our non-family friendly shows where
it's all about swearing.
It's all about swearing. It's literally 2 hours of swearing and drugs.
And that is the long form show.
The long form, yes. ComedySportz is short form, which is it's sketches essentially that we are just making up. Those scenes can go on for just like 2 or 3 minutes, whereas long form
can be circular.
It can be one character for an entire hour-long show.
Do you ever do you ever have a sketch that you create with your troupe and think, boy, I wish that we either had that on camera or that we could just do that sketch every day for the next year because that was a piece of magnificence?
All the time, which sounds really vain, but